If you're pregnant, scrolling at 2 in the morning, maybe you left an appointment that left you more anxious than when you walked in. Or let's say you're already a mom where your family's expanding and your kid's already here, but they're experiencing things like colic, trouble sleeping, and behavior problems like sensory challenges. And you're stuck there thinking, where did this come from? Did I go wrong? Stick around. This video is going to reshape what you knew about health during pregnancy. This video isn't meant to guilt you or shame you. It's meant to empower you and teach you so that you know what you or your child needs. What most American women are not told about the pregnancy experience here in America is that it is full of tests, monitoring, different evaluations, many different appointments, fear-based messages, and unfortunately leaves moms thinking that this pregnancy could get out of control at any second. And that can cause a lot of chronic stress, anxiety, and concern throughout this entire pregnancy. It not only affects mom, but also affects baby as well. Our great grandmothers probably went to 4 to 5 perinatal appointments. So, not a whole lot there. Women of today who are expecting can go to upwards of 12 to 15 during the entire pregnancy. Glucose tolerance tests, genetic screening, ultrasound after ultrasound. You got caught a high-risk pregnancy, guess what? All those things just went up. All these to think that pregnancy is a disease that the medical system needs to control 24/7. And that's simply not the case. A study was done in 2017 tracking women throughout their pregnancy as well as their kiddos to the age of 6. And what they found is that the women who went through more stress during their pregnancy gave birth to children whose nervous systems were 22% more reactive by 6 months. Not to mention, those kiddos had an 8% drop in self-regulating capacity and had a higher predisposition to things like anxiety, depression, and other behavioral challenges, all before they even left the womb. It's more than just emotions. It's biology. Women are going to experience stress during pregnancy. There's just no getting around it unless we put you in a bubble, and that's just not possible. So, how does this work? Well, when a woman experiences cortisol, this is going to stimulate the HPA axis. It's a stress hormone. That's going to be from the gas pedal or our fight or flight complex. When this happens, cortisol is going to allow us to fight or fly away from the stressor or the perceived threat. Now, if this cortisol gets to the placenta of the baby, the placenta has a mechanism to deactivate the cortisol. So that way, the cortisol doesn't affect baby's development because baby's role model for their nervous system is mom's nervous system. Now, if mom is stuck on that gas pedal with that cortisol secretion, now we're going to be storing up more and more stress rather than working through it. This is going to, over time, exhaust that placental protective mechanism. And now cortisol is impacting the development of baby's nervous system. So this can pause or halt certain developments. It can cause other things to get hypersensitized. It can make other things turn down a little bit. The body's going to keep developing, but if baby's learning from a stressed out nervous system, then baby's going to develop a stressed out nervous system, something that's more reactive, something that's startled easily, something that's meant to be in constant protection mode and not really care about growth mode. And it's more than just the placenta, it's the umbilical cord as well. The umbilical cord is more than just nutrients in and waste out. It is a power cord going back and forth between mom and baby. Baby learning how to create emotional regulation patterns, social cues, the prefrontal cortex for higher cognition, cerebellar development, the creation of your brake pedal, and all the maturation that takes process. All of these can be altered when mom's chronic stress and nervous system dysregulation start to really teach baby this is how a nervous system is supposed to be. Now, this sets up shop for what we call the perfect storm. The perfect storm is a myriad of stressors that are experienced from pregnancy all the way through birth and beyond that can create a really challenged nervous system that prevents them from thriving and developing the way they're meant to. It starts with pregnancy and distress during pregnancy. That gives higher possibility of things like induction, epidural, manual extraction, vacuum, C-section, forceps, antibiotics, all of which baby and mom have to go through. And it's hard on their nervous systems. This sets up baby in a very challenged way to develop and grow. They might have things like colic, constipation, ear infections, kick the sick tendencies, ADHD, food aversions, allergies, leading up into anxiety in their older years. And that's because the nervous system doesn't grow out of things. It wants to keep growing and keep developing, but it's going to grow into new things by doing that. And you can do many other modalities, which are awesome. We love functional medicine. We love other therapies. We love all of these other natural alternative methods, but they're only as effective as the foundation which they're working on. And that foundation, whether you're trying to get pregnant, or your kid's already here and you're trying to figure out the best thing to do for them, that foundation for all those populations is the nervous system. And it starts with getting back on that brake pedal, off that gas all the time, being able to go back and forth and adapt to stress in a healthy manner. So, whether you're trying to start your family or grow your family, or your kid's already here and you want to know what to do, it starts with getting scanned. Our scanner here at Flow Life, our Insight CLA, completely harmless, takes no time at all, allows us to see where the stuck stress and tension is in your nervous system or your kid's nervous system. With our gentle adjustments, we can unwind that stuck stress and tension, getting you off the gas pedal, back onto the brake pedal, allowing you to thrive, get pregnant, sustain the pregnancy, become the healthiest version of yourself, allow your kids to develop in ways you never thought possible. And you get to see that miracle happen with us. And it all starts with a scan. So don't delay. Let's get that neurological foundation restored, rebuilt, and better than ever, and give you hope once again that you and your child deserve to thrive in ways you never thought possible. Comment, shoot us a DM, click the link in our bio or our channel description. Let's get you scanned and signed up today so that we can get you on a neurologically focused care plan customized for you and get you living the life that you deserve. I'm Dr. Noah with Flow Life Chiropractic, serving the Eldersburg, Maryland area, and I can't wait to meet you soon.